So some of the classic shows were on, I think, in the era of the 70s of television, you know. You had all kinds of great shows on. And one of my favorite shows was the old Mary Tyler Moore Show. You know, they run the reruns of all these shows at night. And I love Ted Baxter, the news character in that show. So this is what I think the news would be like if Ted Baxter really did the news and Johnny Carson doing the weather. Now we get to Johnny, y'all have to give me a Here's Johnny, okay? Right now we go top of the news, everybody's favorite anchor man. This is Ted Baxter with the news. On the international scene today, Ghana and North Korea have joined together to form a new country, North Gonorrhea. Now for a look at the weather. Here's Johnny! I'd like to start off by saying that Doc, Ed, and I, we did the Tonight Show for some 30-plus years. That's right, 30-plus years we would travel this great country of ours. I remember one January we went to Washington, D.C., and I couldn't help but notice in January that it was so cold. Funny you should ask. It was so cold in Washington, D.C., I swear I saw a politician with his hands in his own pockets. Jay Leno hosted that show for a long time, you know. I started thinking, like, what would some of the classic stars from way back, if they introduced Jay Leno, they would all introduce him totally different, you know. Like Lawrence Welk, how would he have introduced Jay Leno? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, let's get down and get funky. Here's a man with a very, very big chin, a 2, 3, 4. How would Bing Crosby have introduced Jay Leno? Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a man with a very big bulbous chin on his face, yes, sirree. Ed Sullivan would introduce Jay like this. Thank you, not an R-Hugh. Right here, the man with the face shaped like a giant cashew nut. Let's have a round of applause for Jay Leno. Let's hear it for Jay Leno, right here on our show, Jay Leno. An experience I had. Did anybody have an experience like this? I drove past a restaurant right on the side of the building and said, fresh shrimp inside. I thought, well, this sounds good. I went in there, just some short guy hitting on all the women. Oh, the classic stars. John Wayne. Don't we miss John Wayne? Do we miss John Wayne? They only made one Duke, John Wayne. Well, people would say to me, John, why are your pants always all wet? I said, well, your pants would be all wet too if every time you're standing at a urinal, the guy next to you turns and says, hey, aren't you John Wayne? My favorite movie star, Clint Eastwood. Any Clint fans tonight? Clint Eastwood. We think of Clint Eastwood, though, we really think of one movie. We think of Dirty Harry, and we think of this scene from Dirty Harry. I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all the excitement, I kind of lost track myself. But seeing as how this is a .44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and can blow your head clean off, you have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Or do you punk? Go ahead. Make my day. Who remembers that scene? Do you remember that scene from Dirty Harry? Did you know that a lot of other celebrities auditioned for Clint Eastwood's role in Dirty Harry? Charles Nelson Riley, the game show guy, auditioned for Dirty Harry. I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or 5? Tell you the truth, in all the excitement, I took 2 Prozac and now I don't care. Dean Martin auditioned for Dirty Harry. I know what you're thinking. Did I down 6 shots or 5? Richard Simmons auditioned for the role of Dirty Harry. I know what you're thinking. Did he eat 6 Twinkies or only 5? Well, in all the excitement, I ate the meal appeal cards.